So, good morning, everyone. In the last class, we have seen the basics of statistics that we have done before. Like, we have seen this kind of ungrouped data, this kind of information when only 10 or 15 numbers are given to you, that is known as raw data, on which you can find mean, median, and mode very easily. We have seen those formulas also that we have done before. Now, with time, things become complicated, little bit tough. So, how to deal with that? For that, let's see. So this is presentation of data. So if data is very less, like only 10 numbers are there, 50 numbers are there, you don't need to present it properly. Even this kind of data is easy to be seen or work upon. But as soon as you get this data, class please see, these are 30 students of a class who have obtained their marks out of 100. Will you be able to easily arrange them in ascending order and then find the median? Please tell. You can do it if you want, but it will take a lot of time to solve these kind of things. Please confirm. This is the first situation that we have found after the example of raw data. If you have got, class, please confirm. Have you seen, have you read these concepts? Okay, Ayush, Utkarsh, please see. In this thing, what you see is many values are getting repeated. Suppose this 40 is coming 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, there are many values which are getting repeated. So we can see the concept of frequency. Instead of writing the number again and again, why can't we make a column of frequency and say that this number is getting repeated this many times to make these values compact? So right now it is looking there are 30 values. If we see carefully, we can make a table containing 2 or 3 columns which will help us to make these compact. Like this, we can make one column of marks, second column of telemarks, and third column of frequency. This is known as frequency distribution. Class, please mind, still it is ungrouped data. We are not grouping it, but we have seen that some values are getting repeated again and again. So let us try to tabulate this data. Suppose 10 is there. Please tell me 10 is repeating how many times? Anyone? I think 10 is coming only one time. Yes? Okay. So telemarks is 1 and frequency is also 1. Then we have 20. Now 20 is coming how many times? Again 1. Okay. Suppose we have seen 60. Let me write 60 also. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of writing 64 times, we have written its frequency, and now it is giving us an idea that 60 is 4 times, like 60, 60, 60, and 60. So this is actually making it compact, the data to work upon. Now let's see what they have done. See, so this way, as we have done, you can see they have made a column of marks. So they have found that marks that students have got are 10, 20, 36, 40, 50, 56, 60. So these are the marks that they have got, and this is the frequency of those marks. So we were able to make the data which was 30 to this much compact. Now it is still easy to work upon this than that data. So this kind of things we call ungrouped frequency distribution. Let me tell you again. Okay, where was it? The data which we have seen in the example number 1 was your raw data which we worked upon. Then first time we made the frequency table, and such kind of tables we call ungrouped frequency distribution. This is the first case that we have done. So let me write over here a flow chart kind of thing. So first we dealt with raw data as you have done in the previous classes. Then you came with the second concept of ungrouped frequency distribution. But still, this is not the end of things, because you also know in your class it is not that usual that 4 or 5 have got the same marks. Many times you have got different marks. Some are getting zero point 0.5 less or more. So this thing will work only in this kind of examples. But as soon as the questions become this, please see example number 3. 100 values you have taken now. 100 plants each were planted in 100 schools during one Mahotsav. After 1 month, the number of plants that survived were recorded. So this time you can see now the values which are getting repeated are very less. So I don't think making this kind of table where we can write the plants survived and the number of plants will help us. What do you say? If I make a column in similar fashion that we have done in the previous example, will it be good one to do? Because I don't think in these 100 values we will get around 30 or 40 values in the first column. So again that would be a problem. So now we should move to the next level. The first level that we have dealt with in previous classes was your raw data. Now we have seen ungrouped frequency distribution. Now we should move to the next level, that is grouped frequency distribution. Grouped frequency distribution. As you can see the term group, that means now we will form some groups. Vaishnav is saying bar. Vaishnav, bar is not right now. Right now we are working on arrangement, not on representation. Okay, don't worry for that. That will be the next concept. Please see. Now, what is grouping? In the above example, you have taken direct marks. Suppose you have seen 10 mark was coming, you have kept it in the column. You have seen 40 is coming, you have kept it in the column. But now, as marks are not getting repeated many times, what you will do is you will form some groups, like the students who have got marks between 0 to 10, then 11 to 20, then 21 to 30. This way also you can form the groups. What is the benefit of that? In this case we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. We have 13 values over here. Now let us make it less. 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 61 to 70, 71 to 80, 81 to 90, and 91 to 100. So in this case what you will do is, now you can see 0 to 10 there are 1. Again you can write the frequency. In this case what will happen, you are not pointing any fixed value, but you are telling that in this much range whatever will come will be counted in this frequency. So I hope this part is clear to you, why we had to use the grouped frequency distribution. Yes class, please confirm why we are moving to the grouped frequency distribution, because these many values, if you go like this, you will have a column of around 40-50 values. So this much long column will not help you to assess or analyze. It will be very difficult for you to analyze that kind of data. Now let's see how they have done it. So this is the example that they have done. First they have observed, Okay, Mishti is saying, sir, please repeat. Okay. Mishti, again, I'm repeating the whole story. Things started with raw data in which you had 10 or 15 values only. So arranging those 10, 15 values in ascending order and then working on it was very easy, as you have done in class 7 and 8. Then we got 30 values in this example number 2, where you can see that working on 30 values in similar fashion is little difficult. That's why we observed the data and we found that some values are getting repeated 4 or 5 times. So why not use ungrouped frequency distribution? In ungrouped, I am trying to say we are not making any class intervals. We are directly picking the values. Suppose I have taken 10. Now I will see 10 is coming how many times. Then I have taken 20. I will see 20 is coming how many times. So this way I'm going to reduce this huge data into a simple table so that we can work upon it very easily. So you can see they have made this table, and now the same data you have arranged in a simple way to understand the data. Now you can easily say, if someone says 70 is coming how many times, you will say 70 is coming 4 times, 60 is coming 4 times. So this way you can easily understand the things. But things, sir, will it be given to us whether we have to show grouped or ungrouped way? Vaishnav, it is not like it will be given or not. It is like you have to understand which way is good for you or why these ways were made. Okay, similar to the chemistry thing that you have done. In chemistry, you will study all those things in atoms and molecules. While describing the atoms, you have to make some start. It will be wrong, then you will modify it with time. So here also we are modifying the things to make it better. Okay, as the problems came, we made the modifications. Okay, so the next problem that came to us was this. Now that repetitions were less and values were more, Misty, I think you can understand this part. Here we have 100 values in which around 40 are different. Around 40 are different, and making the same table as we have made in example number 2 is not feasible. Yes, Misty, still if you want you can make, but making such a long table will not be good for you and also very time wasting. So better what we do is we try to understand what is the minimum value of this table and what is the maximum value. Please help me in this given data of example number 3. In this given data of example number 3, what is the minimum value? Please tell. What is the minimum value? I think this 23 is the minimum. Please find if there is anything less than this. 23 is the minimum one. Please find, or any value less than that. Please tell. 23 is the minimum. Okay. And what is the maximum? 98 is there. Yes, 98 is the maximum and 23 is the minimum. Now you are free. You are free to form the groups you want to form. You are free. So it depends on you what class weight or width you want. You want a width of 10, you want a width of 20, it depends on you. Okay, suppose I go for 10 only. So let me start making the groups like this. So the first column that I will make will be of class intervals, or we can say number of plants survived. Number of plants survived. This is my first column. I will make the groups now. First group that I will make, I can make like this also, no problem. Although I know these two will get 0 values, but still I have made it. In the book, they have not taken it. Their choice. You want, you also don't take it, no problem. Then we have 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60, 61 to 70, 71 to 80, 81 to 90, and 91 to 100. So now what I'm doing is I'm trying to make this data into a simple readable form to understand it directly. Let's see. Now what will help us in this thing is telemarks, because counting for different groups is very difficult. So we will take the help of telemarks, and let's see. The first value is 95. It will come in which group? Please tell Misty. 95 will come in which group? 95 will come in which group? Others, please tell. 95 will come in this group, the last one. So we will put a dash over here. Then we have 67. It will come in which group? This one. Then we have 28. It will come in this group. Then we have 32. 32 will come in this group. 65 will come in 61 to 70. Second dash. 65 again. Third dash. 69 again. Fourth dash. Sir, in book, the first category is 20 to 29, and after that, it started from 30 instead of 29. Very good, Vaishnav. You have got a point which we have to discuss. You are saying, sir, they are not starting at the same point. Have you ever seen the message that I have sent you for the PTM? Have you ever seen the message properly? The slot that I've given to you. Roll number 1 to 10, 11 to 20, then 21 to 30, 31 to 40. What we have observed in this thing, Vaishnav, is this class is ending at 10 and the next class is starting at 11. So they are not same. Are you getting this, Vaishnav? They are not same. Why? What is the reason behind that? Vaishnav, please tell. What is the reason behind that? Why I have not kept these two same? Because I knew that students will understand that till roll number 10 will come in the first group, and after that 11 to 20 will come in second group. These kind of class intervals or this kind of grouping is known as inclusive. Have you ever understood the term? Have you heard of this? Inclusive? Yes. So inclusive means both the limits included. Inclusive means both the limits included. That means roll number 1 as well as roll number 10 will come in the first slot. Vaishnav, are you getting this? Inclusive kind of class intervals mean roll number 1 as well as roll number 10 will come in the first group. But if I had made the distribution like this, roll number 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, then it is a problem. Now you may get confused that roll number 10 will have to come 2 times. Yes, Vaishnav? What do you say? Now there is a confusion for roll number 10, roll number 20, roll number 30. In which time slot they have to come? In the above one or the second one? Yes. You have to see in these kind, when the both are same, you have to include only the upper limits. That means, class, please tell me, roll number 10 will come in which slot? First or second? As per this new distribution, roll number 10 will come in second one. That means this kind of distribution is known as exclusive. It is not inclusive, it is exclusive. I was going to discuss this point later on, but Vaishnav asked, so I told you right now. This is known as exclusive, in which the upper limits are excluded. Sir, where number 40 will come? 40 will come in the next one. I have not made the table. Okay. So as per the kind of distribution you have make, you have to follow. So let me move to the next point. We were having raw data at the first step. We moved to some complicated data of 30 values. We went for the concept of ungrouped frequency distribution. Then we got another hurdle which was containing 100 values, and we were not able to, or we found it not feasible to use the same method. So we went for grouped frequency distribution. In grouped frequency distribution, there are two types of class intervals. First is inclusive, second is exclusive. Let me write that distribution. So inclusive one and exclusive. This is important for you because this is continuous. This is actually continuous data. Let me show you how. So in inclusive, we include both limits, that is lower limit as well as upper limit. In exclusive, we only include lower limit. I hope something is coming to you now, Vaishnav. Things are getting clear to you now. What is inclusive, what is exclusive? Whenever you go for shopping, you must have seen in some purchasing something, they have written over it, including GST. Suppose something you are buying on Amazon, the price you have seen is rupees 900, and they have written including GST. If this thing is written over there, including GST, so tell me at the time of final checkout, will this price change or remain same? If it was written in the starting, including GST, will the price change at the time of final checkout? No, it will remain the same because they have already included, and at the end only you will get to know that the price of article was 800 only, plus they have written 100 rupees was GST, and then it came to 900. But in some cases they are not applying GST at the first place. Suppose you go to some hotel to stay. If you go to a hotel to stay, you will find they will tell you the charges of the rooms are rupees 1000 plus GST. So they are not including the GST at the first place. Sir, is there any rule that we have to take inclusive or exclusive during reversing data? Vaishnav, don't worry, with time things will get clear. You will yourself understand that which one is better. You will yourself understand, okay, with time. Just give it some time, okay? And I hope you all remember what is lower limit, what is upper limit, if I'm not wrong. I hope you all remember. Okay, let me give you the example also. If you have something like this 0 to 10, 11 to 20, one second, then you have, okay, let me make it from, okay, fine, no problem, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. In this case, this is your lower limit, this is your upper limit, and in this case you can see the data is not continuous, data is not continuous, and there is a gap. So this is inclusive. So both 0 and 10 will come in first group. This is your inclusive one. On the same hand, if I have 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. This is your continuous data. You can see where you are ending in the first class, you are starting on the same place. So the upper limit of one class and the lower limit of succeeding class is same. This is a continuous one. Here only upper limit is included. Sorry, lower limit is included. So 10 will come here. 10 will not come in the first one. This is your exclusive one. You are excluding the upper limits. Now please go through these examples carefully, and after that try to solve first 5-6 questions. You will understand the concept very easily. In the first one, you can see the ungrouped frequency decision will work for you. In the second one, if you see ungrouped will come, yes, here also that can be used because some values are getting repeated. In the third one and fourth one, you can see, if you want, you can make the groups. Okay, try it on your own. Tomorrow we will discuss. Time is up. Okay, one second. Let me stop the recording.